Welcome back. We're going to be going over our game review tonight of the 29-23 debacle in overtime loss to the Arizona Cardinals. I'm going to be going over my 4 keys to the game, giving out grades for each, as well as the overall grade for the offense and the defense. So let's get right to that.
Must go down. And he must go down hard.
I just want to go over the defensive matchup. And the first thing is to contain Kylermurray. Now, we did a pretty good job with that in the first half, but I wanted at least 4 sacks. I wanted 50 total rushing yards or less from Kylermurray, and no single rush from him greater than 20 yards gashing us. Now, we only got 1 sack. That was in the first half. He only had 28 rushing yards. He did get the touchdown and that ridiculousness of a 2-point conversion, but he only had a long of 10. I'm going to give this a C-, partially because of that, partially because of the second half, and partially because of that 2-point conversion. That was completely ugly. I blame the play caller on that. We only had 2 guys rushing the ball, and they were both defensive tackles. There's no way in hell they're going to get to Kylermurray. I saw replays of it. There were at least 2 or 3 DBs in the end zone standing there. Why didn't 1 or 2 of them come up and create some pressure, force his hand? No, they not only did that, they let him run through and didn't give any effort to stop him from getting the end zone to get those 2 points. Now, my second key to the game was I didn't want us to get scorched by Dortch. I talked about this last week. The slot corner hit us with the Chargers. I was looking for 7 yards or less, no touchdowns, and less than 4 first downs from the guy. Now, he actually got 55 total receiving yards, 1 touchdown, 3 first downs. That all happened in the second half. We basically shut him out in the first half. Did an excellent job. Not so much the second half. C+. I'm going to give it a little bit better than average. I didn't like the touchdown, but I'm going to say it was a little bit better than average given the first half where we basically shut him out. So overall, I'm going to give the defense a C. Now, some people have complained about the defense giving up 23 points, but here's my take on this. This defense did not give up a single point to this quote-unquote air raid offense until late in the third quarter, and then you could see they were starting to get tired. They had a total of 55 plays on the field in the second half. That is unacceptable. And, you know, this is a symbiotic relationship, of course, on a team, offense and defense. And when the offense literally stays on the field for 11 seconds of game time, 3 passes, 3 incompletions, and they're back on the field, of course they're going to be tired. This is ridiculous. I will hit Patrick Graham a little bit. There was some prevent defense that I did not like. A lot of 3 down linemen rushing the passer. Their passing game wasn't really effective. Now, why didn't they send a spy on Kylermurray? I'm going to give it a C overall, an average grade. And quite honestly, again, we're back here where I think the defense did enough to win this game, and most of it's on the offensive side.
What they give you, we're going to take what we want.
We kind of took what we want in the first half. Second half, not so much. Of course, a tale of 2 games. I'm going to keep reiterating that because it was so skewed. Now, the first key was derekcarr. He came off the game with the Chargers, 3 interceptions. So what I said, no more turnovers. And I said I want at least 9+ first downs from our running backs and tight ends, which means we're going to emphasize the short game, either the passing game or the running game, because Arizona blitzes a lot. We did a pretty good job with that, especially in the first half. No turnovers from Carr and 9 first downs. I put an asterisk there because there was a PI. They were trying to throw it to Waller. So you could have said that would have been a first down there. That could have been 10. So I think overall we did a good job with that. I'm going to give it a B+. I'm not going to give it an A because the second half. Now, the second thing I said, we need to get Waller more involved. I want to get Waller more involved. Not only that, again, with this concept of the short passing game, and Cardinals could not stop Kelsey last week, and I wanted at least 12 targets, 8 receptions, 100+ yards, and a touchdown. So what did we get out of Waller? We got 8 targets, 6 receptions, 50 yards, and a touchdown. But if you want to add Foster Moreau, those 2 combined, 12 targets, 9 receptions, 80 yards, and of course the touchdown. So overall, I'm going to give it a B. Maybe you could give it a B+ there as well. I think those 2 keys to the game held up well. I don't think that was a factor, so of course we lost the game, but overall I got to give the offense a D, and this is straight up on the second half. Of course I would give them an AA+ in the first half, but the second half,
when you have great coaches, then after you have great coaches you get great players, you have a great organization, and you tell them one thing: just win, baby.